Hurt my double click. So, welcome to the No Name Podcast. We don't have a name. Okay, we're just going G and J. Oh. So, I don't know. You're having a name change. You need to make a public name change. Make a public name change, like so everybody knows. It's a public name change. Hey, so stuff like. All right, so basically, this is gonna be a new podcast where we're gonna talk about just stuff that's going on in general in the world and in gaming and in just anything we feel like. What? Okay. What? What's not working? What? What? I'm gonna record all of this. This is gonna be amazing. I can hear you. You sound great the first time. Okay. You told me. No, I didn't. I said there's no rush. I said no rush. All good. Yes, I can hear you. Yo, what just really happened? Oh no, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping all of this. This is amazing. What? The middle of a great entrance, you say, "Wait, we're scratching all of that." Like, I'm not getting rid of that. It's fucking gold. What? You can't be heard. Wait, can you be heard? I wonder if you could be heard on mine. Oh shit! Wait, hold up. What did I do wrong? Hold up. Wait. Wait, what's wait, what's going on? Okay, so wait. Why wouldn't you be able to hear me? I hope I can hear you. How would I know if I can hear you or not? Okay. Hello? Salut? Okay, so salut. I sound like I'm married. I'm trying to figure out if I hope they can hear you on my end. Salut. Yo, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna record all of this with no cuts, right? And I'm gonna be like, Bonnie, I'm gonna need your half of the video, Bonnie. I'm gonna need her half because for some reason we couldn't hear Bonnie in my half at all. So, hopefully. Just make sure your desktop audio is on because that's where it's playing. So I play back. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And I guess it wasn't doing. Anyways. Uh-oh. They shouldn't be able to hear you now. Nope. Now they can hear you. They couldn't hear you all this time, so it just sounded like I was talking to myself for a minute.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it sounded like. That's why I said I gotta redo this podcast. Okay, let's turn it off and let's start over again. All
right, so I don't know what you're talking about. But hey, this is the no name stream. She said she's gonna call it the GJ stream. We'll see how that goes. All right, well, let's do that then. Whatever. G&J podcast. We keep saying stream, but it's actually a podcast. It's not actually a stream, which is why it looks. Which is actually why it probably.
You know what? Let's blank all of this out. Just
What?
okay.
But
10 minutes later.
we've come too far. We've come too far. Let's get on a subject at least. It's all right. So.
I was about to intro us, man. Do it.
All right. Well, freaking. We're doing. All right. Well, intro then. Fucking intro. We're gonna do a mid intro. I don't care. Whatever. Intro us. Whatever. It's a mid beginning intro. We're not following rules. We following rules.
We have rules. You have to follow the rules.
It's just. So am I stopping this again? Starting it again?
No, I haven't even stopped it. Okay, I stopped it once, and I started it once. But I started it twice, technically.
Okay. All right.
Alright. What's up, guys? Welcome to our new podcast for the new year. You know, new stuff, new things, new whatever the fuck going on. My name is Bonnie, but also known as Jazz, I guess. Or my name is Jazz, also known as Bonnie. And this is Gas. Say hi, Gas.
What's up, bitches?
Need all the silence.
I was like letting you have the floor. I was like, I'm letting you have the floor.
You're supposed to say hi.
We're gonna take a minute to realize like how your name and your picture and your headphones just all goes together. It's
Or it's just a black with the white and stuff.
It's cause I'm a black man in a white world. Hashtag racism.
Yeah.
Stop.
Anyways.
I'm joking.
Yeah, so welcome to this podcast of ours, because obviously there's no video. I told him we should use video and then be like, no, this is a vidcast. Woo!
Vidcast. Whatever. We're recording this. Whatever is recorded will be dumped onto YouTube, at which we don't even know what the name of our page is going to be because we don't even know what the name of the podcast is going to be. We're going with what she said. J&G. What she said. What she said, but it sounds like a TV show. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna get into this mix. So basically, what's going down is this is gonna be our podcast. Where we're gonna talk about everything going on in the world, in gaming, internet, just whatever, just freaking happening. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna take up four topics a podcast. So today we have 4 interesting topics, and as we go through them, I'm not gonna ruin any of them until you get to the end because then that would literally suck. No, that would freaking like void everything I just said. No, back to no. So our first topic is gonna be on, and this is gonna be kind of touchy for me because I was a big Destiny 1 fan. I love Destiny 1, but I've been following what's going on with Destiny 2. I did not purchase Destiny 2 because of what I was seeing. Even before the whole loot box thing that was going on, I didn't see much improvement, not even in the commercials and the information they was releasing. So, Bonnie, I'm not sure who has too much knowledge of Destiny, but she's going to give her unbiased opinion of whatever I say. So, we're going to transition over to the fall of Destiny 2 topic. You forgot the fall of Destiny 2? So, all right. So, Bonnie, since you don't know too much about it, I'm gonna fill you in kind of on what's going on. So, Destiny is I don't know if you would call it MMO or it's basically an RPG, but it teeters on a lot of MMO. And MMO is a massive multiplayer online game. So basically, it's just a game where it's purely online, and the storyline is based on the online information as well. And she's doing the type lightning fast. That's lit. So what's going on with Destiny is I don't know if you heard about loot boxes and freaking microtransactions. Well, this game has been plagued with a lot of them since the beginning. I mean, like, it's okay to have microtransactions as long as they're cosmetic, but when they start to, you know, change the play of the game is when you have an issue. And what's been going on with Destiny is that they have DLCs that affect the weapons, DLCs that are taking things out and adding new things. So, for example, the last DLC that just came, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's not the Tales of Osiris or something like that. It's something about Osiris. Basically, it locked out some of the things that people were able to do before and added new stuff in, making it so they had to purchase the stuff that they were able to do previous to it now. So, for example, say I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm playing on Rust, which is just the old school Call of Duty map. And they drop a DLC and all of a sudden now I can't play Rust no more. Now Rust shows up in the market as a purchasable map, you know? How would you feel about that?
Right.
How would you feel about that if somebody just, nope, you can't play it no more, but you can buy it though?
That's stupid. Yeah, that's kind of the subject I'm not going to bring up because this is not about that subject. So.
No, I mean, you can make references. You can make a reference.
That's how it is with art. So, when they just
her addiction.
when they released the new map for art called Aberration or whatever, that's kind of what they did. It pulled everyone from like Legacy and Official off of the like Ragnarok maps and stuff. So it made those maps more open, but then when they go and do like kill lists and stuff, like wiping out all the servers and whatnot, it's gonna make it harder. I guess it'd be more difficult for them to actually determine what maps not being used when they're always releasing new maps.
That's ridiculous. That sounds crazy.
But in those maps, you know, they have all the different dinos that you can't get unless you have that map. So now,
right,
everyone that does sell and trade on Arc and stuff is gonna be like torn between the two because. Well, now we have to buy it in order to sell and trade.
Wow.
Equivalent to what people actually want.
So essentially, y'all were able to play all this time for free on it. And now you're gonna have to repurchase it in order to be able to play it the proper way again.
Well, yeah. So beginning when the game first came out, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna have like season passes and stuff. They just had like one map. They added another map that was like a map thing, so you just bought the DLC. And then now they're like, oh, well, you can upgrade your DLC to a season pass.
Wow.
And then that will get you the other maps that are going to come out. So then they came out with Ragnarok, which was a free map. And then they came out with Aberration, which you have to buy. And then apparently you have to buy it.
Well, that sounds like they didn't even try to put no lube on it. Just shoved it in there. They didn't even attempt to. They just grabbed the old freaking Vaseline out the closet on you. That's crazy. I didn't realize like how. I mean, I hear about it all the time because you know I'm always talking to you and you're always on a rant about that game. But that literally does sound like what's going on with Destiny right now. So you would have a first-hand experience on that type of situation because that's exactly what's happening with Destiny 2. They're actually seeing a really large player base drop because of this. And yeah, they're bringing in a lot of newer players, but the core fan base that has been supporting it since Destiny 1 is kind of falling off. I've been personally like surfing the web the last couple of days and running into a lot of YouTubers and stuff that are talking about this subject, and their channels are based off of Destiny. Like I'm talking about tens to hundreds of thousands of subs just there to watch them play Destiny, and they're not even playing it now. They're trying to branch a whole nother way. Because of this issue, like it's because they don't feel themselves happy playing it, so they can't play it that way. No, it's cool.
Sorry. But yeah, it's like, so you know how you had the Destiny and then they released Destiny 2,
right?
And then everyone just kind of merged over.
Right.
I was never really into Destiny. I played it a little bit, but I never got to like super high legendary status deal.
Right.
So if I was to join now, I'd be like. But like,
right.
Everything by everyone. But besides that, Arc, when they did their release of the official game, like I told you, back in September or the end of August,
right?
So beginning of September, during that time they ended up wiping all of the lower populated maps or servers.
Wow.
So they wiped that, and then the servers that were the original official servers,
Right.
ended up switching those to legacy and blocking us off from the new servers. So I don't know if I explained that to you.
No, but that's ridiculous because hey, what's going on? My sister's actually in the chat. Or is that's Cheryl? I think it's either Cheryl or Egypt, one of the two. It's my sister or my sister's mom are in the chat and they're saying hi. But that sounds crazy because that's similar to what happened with the transition between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. Destiny 1 was meant to be a continuous game where it wasn't supposed to have a successor. They didn't change their mind halfway through because of so many issues they had with the first game. They wanted to give a fresh start. So when they came out with Destiny 2, the beta allowed us to use our old, I forget what you would call them, but it basically use our old characters. All of our old information, all our old stuff was allowed to come. We were allowed to use it for the beta, but once the actual game came out, we quickly learned, and I learned this too quickly, that yeah, we're talking about yeah, but we quickly learned really fast that that we could not use our characters anymore. We lost everything. We lost from our weapons, everything started from scratch, which some people were okay with because the game seemed like it would be a solid game, so people stuck with it. My brother-in-law is an avid player. He's like a freaking PvP master of that game, and he loves it. And he even said, like, man, this game, they kind of just really screwed over their main player base. You know, they just kind of really smashed them.
Exactly how ours is, and it so sucks that we still play it. But K7 just said that the topic is like EA and Star Wars Battlefront 2. They made microtransactions and then pay to win. What does that mean?
Yeah. Basically, there's a difference between, okay, you can have what's called cosmetic microtransactions, then pay to win microtransactions. So what's going on is you can have cosmetic ones which affect how your character look, little small stuff in the game, like little places to put in your little private areas, things like that, little small stuff. But once it starts to affect your weapons, your abilities, things like that, basically saying if I pay $9.99, I can get a power that nobody else can use. Then you're affecting the players. You're affecting, because I'm not going to pay $9.99 for an ability that's weaker than what's already in the game. So naturally, whatever you buy is going to be stronger than anything that's in the game already existing. And that's where people are having the problems. EA is the #1 front runner. They're the #1 front runner right now. What's going on? Because EA is smashing, they're freaking literally jamming microtransactions into their games. I believe it's Battlefront 2 that prompts you. Right, it prompts you to do that all the time. So I mean, it's kind of like it's a touchy situation. It's kind of hard to deal with, you know, for people.
Are you okay? You keep cutting in and out. Oh, I see why.
Okay, what'd you say? Okay, so another issue that basically like exactly what he said, he was right. He's, you know, EA is a big carrier, and a lot of other games. Call of Duty did it, but they did it the best way I've seen so far. So their loot boxes in Call of Duty World War II only change your weapon style. It doesn't affect how your weapon really performs. And the loot boxes that do affect how your weapon performs are only given to you in game. So basically at the end of every game, everybody has a random chance of getting a loot box. In that loot box, you have a 50-50 chance of getting some kind of new weapon. Now, though it's fair. Anybody can get that loot box. It's not bought. You didn't spend no money on it. It's just in game. You just had the luck to get it. That isn't a terrible way to do it.
Is that terrible? How's that terrible?
No, I said that's not a terrible way.
Oh, that's good.
No, that's not a terrible way to do it, because it like dealing with like with EA, the way they're handling stuff, where they're completely altering somebody's play style off of how much money they spend. That opposed to if I at the end of a match I have an increased chance because I got more kills to get a loot box is much better than knowing that they dug in my pocket to get that loot box. And there are some buyable loot boxes in Call of Duty, but none of them affect the weapons. None of them affect the weapons, which is the main part of Call of Duty, and that's where people don't have an argument with it. And everybody's saying, well, why don't everybody take a page from Call of Duty's book, from freaking Treyarch and all of them's book, because they're doing it the right way. We're okay with microtransactions as long as they're not just raping us and we're losing because somebody else has more money than we do. You feel me?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I never got to really say it, but that's exactly what they did with Destiny is exactly what they did with her.
Right.
You know, everyone's like, well, I mean, we have the people that are sticking with Legacy, like, you know, me and everyone else that decides that fucking Ark is an asshole for throwing the main servers away.
Right.
That, like, pretty much built their whole fucking game for them just so they can open up new clusters and bring in all the new people that didn't purchase the game before and had the ability to actually read everything out.
Right, right. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because Ark was free to play for how many years? What, 2?
It wasn't free to play.
Well, not free to play, but I mean like the servers have been this way for like what, 2 years? It was in beta and alpha for a long time.
Yeah, I joined in last year and it was already a year into the game. So, I mean, a lot of people have been on it for a very long time, and
right.
With them just saying, oh, hey, we're gonna kick you guys all out, make a new official cluster, and nothing's transferable between the two, so you have to
right.
go over again if you want to go over there.
Right, right.
And since they wiped out Legacy already, everyone just kind of moved because they didn't want to get wiped again.
That's ridiculous. That's out of control. They should be ashamed of themselves for doing that, because I know for a fact you've been addicted to it for a long time, so that's heartbreaking. So we're coming down on the 15-minute mark. We can move to the next subject, which will be, and this subject is near and dear to my heart, especially if anybody who knows me knows that I love Pokemon. This is like, that's my thing. That's my jig, man. I love just playing Pokemon all day. So, basically, this topic here is about, a lot of people don't know, but the last Pokemon that was on 3DS is the final Pokemon for 3DS. They're no longer making any more for 3DS because they are now moving over to the Switch. With this new Switch information, which Bonnie probably wouldn't know a lot about because she's not really big on the Nintendo Switch or nothing like that.
No,
but
you're supposed to buy me
one. What? Alright, well, the Nintendo Switch, you know what the Switch is, right? Right, Bonnie?
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Right, exactly. It's freaking amazing. And you know what Pokemon is because I give you the hands in a regular, so you should know about catching this work in Pokemon.
Bullshit. The last time we played, I beat 4 times in a row.
She cheated. She definitely cheated. But on other news, basically what's going on is there's rumors coming out left and right about Pokemon Switch where me nor Bonnie know anything about this game, but there's a game that is out called Digimon Worlds, and Digimon Worlds, they're basically saying that the Pokemon on Switch is going to be similar to Digimon Worlds, which personally, from what I've seen, I don't like. I hope that's not the case because I love the old format. I wish they would keep Digimon Worlds. Well, Digimon is a popular anime that you probably watched growing up. Worlds it's a game that's out. Basically, the game is like turn-based, sort of kind of like Final Fantasy, and I don't really like that. I mean, I like Pokemon, the turn-based version of that, but the way that they have it, it just doesn't. It lacks in graphical content to me. It lacks in energy to me, and I feel like that would slow the pace of the games down way farther than they need to be. Especially considering the pace of Pokemon can shift it just based off of just predictions and things like that. I feel like they shouldn't change the format of it at all. But they've also, you know, they really only started production maybe about a month or two ago because of the fact that they posted something on like Twitter where they were looking for somebody who had a small background in graphic design so they could help design it. So we really don't have a whole lot of information.
Why was I not mentioned in this one?
Because on Twitter you don't be popping. I know, I'm trying to get better at it. I really am. I'm trying to get better at it because people tweet at me all the time and I don't answer.
Yeah, no, it's really hard. I try to do what I can, but
Yeah, you starting to suck now. You used to be the shit. You look, you can't even find your phone half the time. Like I'm like, Bonnie, you know I called you. Oh yeah, it was downstairs to the left in my pocket underneath a table, and the baby was sitting on the table. Yeah, your phone's never nowhere near your location. You leave your phone in the car, you be all over the place. Nobody else can get a hold of you ever. Oh, Sam, what?
No, I started for it too.
Oh snap! Hopefully,
yes.
what?
Oh, mountains over. Try to jump ahead and ask if water's wet.
He say try to get his water wet. That's for the end. The water wet one is going to be pretty lit because I actually know the answer to the question, but I want to know if Bonnie or you can figure it out. But I know the answer to the question. I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen? No, we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, he just said, "Is hot fire?"
Hot. It's fire hot. Ah, that's lit, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Next question. Yeah, that's the next question. Next time, is fire hot? Boy, they would know what to do with that question.
Like water isn't wet. What the fuck? It's not wet.
Dude, listen, man. Yo, listen. So, on top of that, what's going on with the whole Pokemon situation is I just hope that they try to keep it close to what it was. The only reason why I put this topic on here is because real shit, we was looking for topics, and this is a topic I've been personally indulging in, and I know Bonnie probably hasn't indulged in none of the topics because you can give her a list 4 days ahead and she's not going to look it up.
You gave it to me like 12 hours. I don't hear it.
Yo, this is cake. It was four titles, like, and they're big titles. Like if you go on Twitter right now, they're all trending. Oh shit, they're all trending. So you just had to go to Twitter and look at the trending tab, and you would have found all these trending.
And I lost my shit too.
Oh my god, she's back on Arc. She has an Arc addiction. For anybody who doesn't know, Arc is really a problem for her, and she needs to do something about her Arc addiction.
No, I don't.
I'm actually looking for a hotline that she can call.
No,
Maybe she could talk to somebody. She needs to talk to somebody and possibly get a little bit of help because me and her could be having a conversation and she'll be in the middle of it and say, "Oh, I got another one." Another what? An egg. Hi, baby. Like the other day you just cut. Earlier today you cut straight in the middle of a conversation to tell me that you had a new egg. I was lost. I was like confused. I said, "What? Why? What?" No, we're gonna move on to the next topic because Bonnie didn't. Well, go ahead and finish your Nintendo Switch conference because you don't know a lot about it.
It's funny because I actually kind of read up on the net neutrality thing when I asked you on Facebook what the fuck that was.
Oh.
So I might know a little bit of it, but start the topic.
All right, so basically we're going to transition over to the net neutrality conversation. This is a much more serious conversation because, of course, we're ending with the one that everybody wants to know about. But this is a much more serious conversation only because since the situation is going on, I've not really been able to talk about it out where I wanted to talk about it at. So I figured this would be a great time, our first stream together in 2018, to talk about the biggest issue of 2017 that nobody freaking talked about. Because I'm mind blown. There, like I'm mind blown that nobody talked about this until it happened. Like now I'm at work and people tell me something. We're about to lose the internet control. Oh really? Oh shit! Like you missed it when they had the commercials, or when the man made a whole video during the Harlem Shake talking about this is what you can do once net neutrality is gone. Like did y'all see that? Did you see a Jeep Pie do that? When you get a chance, Bonnie, look up a Jeep Pie.
Why don't you go ahead and put that in here so they can see what the hell you're talking about? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
But thing is, I don't want to put it in because I don't want to get copyright struck. But when you get a chance, look up a Jeep Pie's Harlem Shake video where he explains all the stuff that you can do once you get rid of net neutrality. Now, for people who don't know what net neutrality is, it basically was a bill that was passed. I believe it was passed in Obama's first term, but it was originally something else that was a temporary thing that was signed way back I think Clinton or Bush, one of them two did it, where they signed it basically saying that companies are not allowed to throttle your internet if you don't pay it. So say I got a late fee on my internet, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna lower your speed from freaking 4G to 2G until we get our money. They're not allowed to do that, but once net neutrality is going, they will be allowed to do that. They'll be allowed to drop your speeds based on your late fees and things like that. Right. And yeah, and this is the thing though, when they did a whole poll, this is how crazy it is and how much of a voice we really don't have. And it's sad to say that we have a voice, but I just feel like it doesn't. They said 93% of Americans voted against this, and it still passed. So that's like just as bad as like freaking 70-something% of Americans voted against Trump, and Trump still got in.
Something that was voted against. Is that just because of the government?
Well, the FCC, they had I think a 70-30 split or something like that. That's what caused them to pass it, because over half of the people in the FCC agreed. And we know the FCC, they regulate what's considered to be safe laws for the internet and things like that, or TV, and they feel like it's not safe for us to have full control of the internet. They feel like there needs to be a hand on the internet in controlling what we can say and see on the internet.
That's only saying that we don't pay anything.
Right.
So if like my car payment or something has to be fucking first, because obviously I need to drive to go to my job.
Exactly.
And pay for the food for my house to fucking eat, because everybody in this house eats everything. Then, maybe I don't have the freaking $50 to pay you stupid fucking internet. How are you gonna tell me that my kids can't be entertained? I can't afford it by like 3 days.
Right. So basically, Comcast is looking. They're excited to do this. Comcast is really the forerunner in the big businesses that is ready to hit us with the hardest net neutrality bills they can do. Like, but I didn't read this. I don't know. I don't know what he said, but I need to go and check your channel too. But basically, what ended up happening was, oh crap, brain fart. He had me laughing now. Now I can think. What can possibly happen if? Yeah, what can? What? Anyway, Bonnie, what can happen? What can happen is they can now, if it goes through Congress, they can now present us with packages, which will be like, you know, your cable package. So you can pay $90 for basic cable. I'm looking at your chat right now. It's just lit as fuck. I'm looking at it. It's fucking lit.
Did you read what he's saying? He said, funny thing is, a Jit Kai got copyright strike for using the French.
Yeah, he did. He got copyright struck. It's true. He really did. Right, I'm over like, I don't want to get copyright struck. Yeah, you see what I mean? He really did get freaking copyright struck for that. And basically, the only thing that I'm worried about, and this is what's really going to affect, you know, Americans, and it's going to be crazy, is if they're able to break the internet channels up into packages. So basically, like if, for example, if you get basic internet, it don't come with HBO Max, right? So imagine if you go to buy your internet package, but it don't come with YouTube and Twitch. Instead, you got to pay an additional $5 a month for YouTube, an additional $5 a month for Twitch.
Yeah, and then for the people that already pay for like YouTube and stuff, they're paying like $15 to even watch.
Exactly, and it can start racking up. So real quickly, it can get to, you know, a $90 internet bill can now cost somewhere between $150 to $160 solely because you need all your channels. You feel me? So now it's going to really come down to
your internet,
well, all your websites. Yeah, pretty much.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Like DirecTV, like, you know, a TV company, and they're not. They're
right.
The internet.
Right. And the FCC is what controls TV companies. They were the ones who passed the first law allowing them to do that with cable. What's going on?
So K7 said it's not pay. The FCC ruling says that ISPs can change prices for content providers and for fast lanes.
Yep.
The pricing and then that saying that the pricing depends on how much you use, even though you pay the package for what.
Right. Exactly. So the way that I can break that down to be more understandable for people is, what he's saying here is you'll be able to. So say you get the basic package, and the basic package does come with for example, Netflix. So they'll be the biggest impacted. What if you have Verizon as your freaking provider, and Verizon has no agreement with Netflix? So they can choose what level of speed you watch your Netflix videos at on their service.
Okay.
So if I have Verizon as my provider and Verizon don't really mess with Netflix. It's is like if Netflix is, if Verizon's my provider and they don't really want to deal with Netflix like that, they can say, well, you know what, when you're watching Netflix videos, you can only watch it at 720 on our service.
420.
At 420, and they can also say, you know what, we can increase buffering and lower your internet speeds on that channel because that channel is not affiliated with Verizon, which is something they're not able to do now, but they'll be able to control how much internet speed they put in certain places. You feel me? So that's where it'd be an issue that way. If they're able to do that, then, and this is another thing that I just recently found out a week or two ago, that getting rid of net neutrality also makes it so that there's a clause in the net neutrality that makes it so they're not allowed to use mentally manipulating ads. So that means ads that, for example, y'all may have heard of the old Marilyn Manson tapes where if you play them backwards, you hear devil worship in them, right? So imagine if you can watch an ad, and the ad looks like it's about toothpaste, but it's really telling you something else to your psyche. These are mentally manipulating. Yeah, they have those, but they were never allowed to use them. But once net neutrality is gone, they're able to. So basically, they can brainwash you using everyday TV, everyday internet. See, the TV has always been able to brainwash you. The internet was always safe from manipulating you. It was only whatever you read that could mess with your head. But now, yo, bro, listen, no lie. I was just telling my girl that when freaking Trump got in office, I tried to get into Canada, and they told me, well, after the site crashed down, they were like, basically, to get into Canada, I'm cool with getting in Canada because I have a skill, but you have to have a degree or a trade to get into Canada, because you have to bring something to the country. Yes, you have to bring something to the country. You have to be something that they need. So I'm registered electrical tech, so I can go to Canada and be a citizen. But if you don't have a degree, yeah, if you have a degree or some kind of trade paperwork, like Bonnie could go because she got 1,000 degrees and shit. You, I feel like you graduate school every year.
You know what's funny? In Las Vegas, since we pretty much only have two internet providers here,
right?
Like, CenturyLink.
Well, you have Google Fiber too.
Cox. We have like those two here, and then I guess AT&T is kind of associated with Cox, so it all runs through Cox.
Right. It's called Cox. That's pretty bad. It's called Cox. Let's talk about that important part. Let's talk about why it's called Cox.
Okay, so AT&T has their whatever. That's not what my point. So, anyways, Cox and CenturyLink are like the only two internet providers here in Vegas, and Cox just added like a new thing this year where if you get data, so you have a certain amount of data you can use, which
right?
Is like 1,000 gigabytes per month. If you go over that, how much do you have to pay there? If you go over your data usage, for extra or for how many?
Because apparently Cox do have internet providers.
What? Oh, okay. So he was saying said that after you go over your 1,000 gigabytes, then they charge you for 500, which is $20. If you go over your other 500, then you get charged another $20 and so.
Wow,
So
that sounds crazy.
Here, and they just implemented that like back in July or something like that. August. Yeah.
What? With the Wichita, Kansas swatting incident. Oh yeah, that happened a while ago. I remember that. That happened a while ago. It was nothing like that more recently though, was it? The Wichita, Kansas situation. But yeah, that's insane. Y'all really have that out there? Well, he said Canada has data caps. That's crazy. That means there's a certain amount of data you can use before you can't even use data anymore.
Before you can't use it anymore at all.
Yeah, he said like there's data caps on how much you can use in Canada.
Like COX, Cox.
Yeah, the when you kept saying it, I said, really? Your internet provider's name is Cock? That's bad.
Really?
It's the guy got shot because of false reports. That's crazy. Hell nah. No, I hope nobody swats me, man, because I'm telling you, when the cops come in, I'm black, so I'm just going to lay straight down and say, listen, guys, the gun is upstairs. Shit, no. At this point, you start telling people everything you did. I jaywalked yesterday. I stole a pack of Cheerios from the corner store. Like, it's fucking, you start telling everything. When SWAT come in the building, I'm snitching on everything I ever did. I'm talking about that one time that I was at the store and I took a bag of chips and went back and returned it to the guy afterwards because I heard my mom's voice while I was getting halfway down the street. But real shit though, like if SWAT comes in, I'm telling everything I ever did. I'm straight saying everything. I'm not. Fuck, man. Fuck that. Hell no. Hell no. All right, so on to the next topic. Is this the last topic? Yes, it is, boy. Hey, when y'all get a chance, so check these memes that we're using. These memes is lit, though. But this is the last topic right here. Is water wet? Now, I really want to know, Bonnie, is water wet?
No.
Are you sure? Are you sure water's not wet?
I don't think so. No. Wait, why are you asking?
Are you sure though?
You're gonna die now.
Alright, so you're sticking to the fact that water is not wet. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
So water is wet.
Wait, it depends.
Okay, what does it depend on?
It depends on where it is. I mean, if it's in the water, like, you know, a body of water or whatever, no. Then I guess you would consider to be wet, which is caused by the water.
Right. Well, I'm gonna read you two definitions, right? I'm gonna read you two definitions. Alright, so this first definition is the most common definition that everybody's been reading, and this is where the question came from that's been blowing the internet and taking it by storm. Like, everybody's tripping about it. So it says, wetness is a description of our experience of water. What happens to us when we come into contact with water in such a way that I don't know what the word is. Hold it, pause. Impings? I don't know the reason. Impings on our state of being. I don't know what that means, but we or our possessions get wet. Now that's what everybody's been reading, and that's where it came from. But if you go to Webster's Dictionary, hold up. Webster's Dictionary. We hitting facts. Is water wet? Now, mind you, the Webster Dictionary is really old. It's really old, and it's supposed to be all correct. Hold up. And this one actually says that water is wet. That's basically what it says. It's in all types of gibberish, but I've read it already like 20 times. It basically says water is wet in their own fancy words, basically breaking it down to H2O and all of this other crazy stuff. But here's my personal thoughts on it. I'm going to agree with Bonnie. Water is not wet. There's no way, because when you throw water on water, what happens when you throw water on water? Is that water now wet? Now, here's one that's going to blow everybody's mind. Is ice wet? That's what I feel like.
Are you fucking serious?
Is ice wet?
Don't even ask. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, because if we going to start asking this question, is water wet? And people want to know if freaking fire is hot, then I really want to know at this point, like, is ice wet? So ice is not wet. I'm done. This is cool. It's gonna ruin everybody's mind. Yeah. He said wet is the experience that you have after interacting with water. That is the Google answer. Now, the Webster Dictionary says that water is actually wet because hydrogen and H2O is basically wet somehow. So, it's strange, but...
I mean, isn't all liquids wet? No.
Nah, see, that's another question. See, now we go into another one. So now we're really like going to think about this now. We're gonna get mind blown now. So we don't know if ice is wet. We don't know if
I'm gonna have to go with no. I'm gonna have to say it's not wet.
Right.
Because water is just what it is. Now, can you be wet if you touch water? Then yeah. Obviously.
Okay, now we just got awkward.
Wet.
All right, so. Bro, water makes me wet. I mean, considering you got cat ears, I don't think that would mean that you're gonna. No, I don't think you really want to fuck around with water, though, guy. I don't know, guy. I don't know, but it blew my mind. The first time I saw it, I was like, this is a dumb question. I really started finding myself like going down a rabbit hole thinking about it because it was just like mind blowing. It's like I said this analogy to my girlfriend earlier. I said,
I don't think I can get copyright Instagram video.
No, I don't think so. But I was thinking to myself, like, to my girlfriend, I said, what if, right, you know how the color blue is spelled B-L-U, and you read it as blue, and the sky is blue, blue is a blue color, right? Imagine if we lived in a world where the word blue and the color blue that we see now is actually red. Imagine that. And then one day somebody tells you that blue is blue, but your whole life you thought red was blue. That would blow your mind up. That's how I felt when they told me. That's when they asked me if water was wet. That's what blew my mind up. He says sand is wet. I don't think sand is wet, guy. Blood is wet. I don't know. Humans wet? Humans air is wet?
You're confusing me, but I can add. So give me a quick second.
You said you have to do what? I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. That's a struggle.
No. 2 then, bitch. 21. There you go.
21. You gotta be like 21 Savage. 21. Is the Illuminati true or are they wet? Oh, snap!
Wait, what?
Got him! Are the Illuminati true or are they wet? Is this stream wet? This stream is actually wet as fuck. I would say lit, but since we're talking about water, it's definitely wet.
You human
Boy, listen. He said I'm dry as fuck. I don't know, guy. Are humans wet?
Alright, ready?
Right.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
This is what I have to say about all this.
Uh-oh.
Make sure that this
What is she doing?
heard.
What is she doing? We about to catch a copyright strike as a team. She about to take me down with her. Oh, snap. Oh, we about to catch this copyright strike. Oh, boy.
God, you can't even hear it.
Yes. Oh, no. Oh,
Fuck. Hold
no.
on. I don't think they can hear it.
Oh, no.
I know. Can you hear it?
I don't know. But she really went and found this video, though. Is this safe? Remove the memes.
What?
He said remove the memes. I love the memes.
Can you guys hear it? Oh my God, I don't even know.
Let me see, can I? I don't know, you stopped the video, so I can't tell if I can hear it. I just unmuted it. No, I can't hear it at all. But it might be because your Instagram, you might have to unmute it on Instagram.
Can you hear it now?
You said Google. Google will F us up. He's reporting us. Let me see. Yep, I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. Yo, they really going in, though.
But I'm not trying.
He's... Yo, boy, look at his face. Yo, they going ham. If a fish is surrounded by water, it's not wet. What? What? He just said that wrong. He said that shit wrong. Boy. Boy, he's gone. He's gone. Yo, he took his shirt off. They got my man heated. My man is heated. Yo, he is heated. He was so mad. My man was so mad he got naked screaming. Yo, he needs to, yo, he was so mad. What? First off, I don't know how you was able to transition that joint into the center of the screen.
I mean, have you gotten into a pool and then said, "Oh, I'm wet in the." Like, have you ever done that? I've never done that. I've gotten out of a pool and then like, okay, I'm wet. I need to dry off. Now, that's what I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like one of the things you haven't thought about. Like I haven't thought about it at all. So it's like my brain has never grasped that. My brain hurts a little bit. Just thinking about that, it just blew my mind. Oh my God. Then the fact that we just said, he said, so you're telling me if it's not wet, it's nothing? It's in water and it's nothing? he was heated. Oh my God, now my brain is ready to blow.
Watch this one. It's about straws.
Oh, damn, my brain is about to blow thinking about that. I don't know what she's over there doing, but what the heck? What the heck is this? Yo, Mountain's over here dropping all types of freaking Bill Nye the Science Guy facts.
Mountain's younger than both of us. But no, serious note. On a serious note, this is.
We just got serious about this question. Oh man, I'm gonna say one hole, two holes. It's gotta be two, and they turn into one. It's gotta be because you can enter from both sides. No, it's two holes because it enters from both sides. It's gotta be two holes. It can't be one long hole. That'd be weird.
When has a hole ever been like, oh, I'm gonna go to this hole, one hole, and get out or it's one hole.
I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what side you're looking at first. You look at one side, it might be one hole.
I mean, when you look at paper, you look at one side of the paper, say, oh, that's one hole, then look at
I don't know. That's like saying, is a line a line? Hey, we can get really deep into this. We can literally have an entire stream about these questions because is a line straight? That's another question. Is it straight? From what side is it straight? Or is it curved? From what side is it straight? Like you can really get.
The real question is everybody. This is what problem. If the Earth is actually round.
Right? Oh no, not flat earther ideas.
Oh,
we
can't. He's like, people actually think that Earth is, and they're trying to prove it.
Yes, they are trying to prove it with all their might. With all of their might.
Yeah.
This guy, I watched a video where this guy said, "Why is it that every picture you've ever seen of the planet is dark in the background? Where are the stars?" I said, "My nigga, you need a special type of telescope to see stars. You just don't look and see stars, guys." If I'm looking at the planet, I'm looking at the planet. If I'm looking at stars, I'm looking at stars. You just don't just look at stars. He said, "Where are the stars?" That's why the world, all them pictures are fake.
I can't do this.
Boy, man, listen. I ain't being politically correct. That just sounds stupid. That sounds dumb.
Questions that are stupid. Can we check for what we learned at like elementary school and be done with life? That's why we go. God, we have our own fucking like scientists and inventors and stop fucking like making up things.
Man, listen, we about to have a whole stream of just scientific questions one day. It's gonna be like real dumb. We're gonna be like, hey, listen, is blood?
Alright,
Alright, one more question and then we gonna close the stream down. Cause Bonnie's probably gonna go turn up. Cause that's what Bonnie does.
Layla, cause now she's sitting up in my lap trying to draw all my pictures that
I don't know why it fits perfectly when you start screaming and it cuts out. Alright, one more question, Melton.
I have to finish my controller.
So explain about the straw. He wants us to explain the straw theory.
I do everything that I like to do. I started with something that I did, and then it turned into things I like to do that I never finished. I'll probably finish the coloring in and then post it, but I'll send you the.
All right, so we're gonna answer the question of the straw on the next stream. Instead, we're just gonna shut this stream down. The next stream will be next Monday, and we're gonna answer the straw question after we do some research.
Or Tuesday.
or Tuesday, depending on if Bonnie, whatever happens with Bonnie. But it's definitely, the streams are gonna be either Mondays or Tuesdays. We're trying to get one day permanently, but we're gonna do it that way.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, so we gonna get ready to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Everybody that came through, even the ones that's not here any longer. There will be more. Don't forget to share the stream, and just so other people can see it, you know, share it on your pages, share it in your groups, share it everywhere. We'll be talking about everything from anime to video games to freaking Donald Trump's fake hair, all types of stuff. We'll be talking about all types of crazy stuff. He has fake hair. That's a toupee. It's not real. You've seen it. It blows in the wind.
I'm gonna explain this shit in Discord.
Well,
Explain about the straw. Compare the two to a straw.
Right, and we're also, this is also still like, we still haven't planned how we're going to do this from, so it could eventually all go to one channel. Not sure. We're still testing everything out, but we're definitely going to keep this going for 2018. Me and Bonnie are going to push each other.
Pretty much, this man told me on January 1st, we're going to be streaming today, so I'm going to message me around like, 5 p.m. your time, and I'll send you the questions, and then we're going to stream. And I text him, get the questions from him, and he's like, oh, I'll be home in like 2.5 hours. I'm like, nigga, it's almost like 10 o'clock. No!
Yeah, she's listen, I'm determined.
I want to stream on a different channel with a different name, on a new channel without our faces. I'm like, you want all this shit done and you want to stream today?
Yes.
Like, no.
Yes.
So like this overlay is completely like gonna be changed the next time we come back. We're actually gonna have like shit thought out, plans, and yeah, we're gonna.
I don't know, but I want to say Bonnie's picture and my picture actually looks lit as hell on this overlay. Like, for us to just throw this together, it looks lit. Champs to the graphic designer Bonnie. She did work. She created an emblem in like no time. She did work.
Oh my god, that emblem looked thick, and that's the only reason why Bonnie, because that jams.
It does. It got a little glare in the middle. I didn't realize you was doing that. I went downstairs, got some meat, came back and said, oh, snap.
How about, what do you think if we get some questions?
Yeah, we can get some questions and... Yeah, we can get some questions. Well, we definitely have to do the straw thing. So I have my notepad. I would definitely have to answer the question. Does a straw have one hole or two holes?
We'll answer that next time. So, straw, 1 or 2. And do you have any other questions?
Is fire hot? That's what he wanted to know, is fire hot.
Educate you both. We can have a guest star named Melvin.
Well, what we're going to do is I'm not telling Bonnie any of my answers. I don't expect her to tell me any of hers. So when we do the stream, and if we happen to agree, it's going to be amazing. But if we don't, that's going to be even great. That's going to be even better.
Pretty much this is show his brains and how dumb my brain
Lies!
Yes.
Bonnie lies. She's a sleeper. Don't ever trust her. She's a sleeper. What she does is she pretends like she's stupid. She pretends like she's stupid. Then she comes up from the back and elbows you in your spine and then puts you in a headlock. That's what she does. I don't believe nothing she says. She tries to pretend like she's dumb. And then later on she's like, do you see how she got into the whole freaking water's wet thing and she started breaking down stuff? Like, what? Man, listen, get out of here. See, to myself, does it have two holes? It has one hole. It has one hole.
Oh my god. Alright. So we'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Bonnie, also Gaz.
And
this is Gas.
And I'm Gas, and this beard is lit, even though you can't see it.